My computer just showed me what I look like. I feel so bad. So now you see my screen. Do you guys see all four? Are you guys seeing
Yeah,
what
we
I
see
see?
all
Okay.
four.
So
Yeah.
let's see here. I'm going to hit present. So at this point, you should see my entire screen as of right about now. And you should see, wait for it. Do you see this? Do you see a Google Doc?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I
It's loading.
yeah, mine's loading.
Okay. So I'm going to take us to geometry. So I'm going to start, I'm going to just say some stuff that I wanted to share out. And then I'll be happy to answer any like particular questions you have. Um, and I'm going to talk as though I'm only talking to the spring geometry class that I have, the one that is on A days, or is it B days? A days, fourth block. I want to talk to you all. And if you bring up our homework doc, which I'll share out again, you'll see this brand new link up here. If you click on that, you jump down to right here. And this is where we are right now. And what you see is kind of like this really Frankenstein version of our homework assignment page. It used to look nice and clean and pristine like this. Well, now it's really, I threw in a bunch of stuff. Let me say a couple things. First of all, I think it would be good if you guys turned off your microphones, because we're getting a lot of like extra sounds. And yeah, there we go. And then if you have a question, just turn your microphone back on before you ask the question. Again, if you can hear me and you haven't yet, turn your mic off, and that way we'll just see my screen, and unfortunately you'll have to just listen. But again, if you have a question, turn your mic on. Feel free to interrupt me, but I'm going to go through all of this, and I'm probably going to answer your question before you ask it. But here's the deal. So in geometry class, we kind of ended at a weird place before we were told we couldn't come back together. And we finished talking a little bit about circles, and then we were going to, on Monday, we were going to talk about three-dimensional objects and all of that. So what I did is I made a decision that I wanted to finish whatever topic we were on in our book, and then have you still do homework and all of that. So if you haven't yet attacked this, that's okay. You've got until the 30th of March. I gave you a ton of extra time. And what I want you to do is do all this stuff in order. Just watch this little video, then watch the next one. And if the problem, if the video tells you to do something in particular, then go ahead and do that. And then so on. You just keep working your way through. And again, they're all in here. It's kind of like stream of consciousness, but it does flow. It does make sense. This 3D figures video is one where you get to fill out your toolkit. And on that, before I forget, if you haven't picked up your file folder, you can still do that. You just walk into the main high school entrance, and you'll see all your folders, plus some extra printed toolkits on the gold pages. And some graph paper if you want to grab some graph paper, that kind of thing. It's all there if you want to go in, and you can just grab it and step right back out and go home. Unfortunately, we don't have open office hours at the moment, and they really don't want students to come in the building. But I set this stuff out there, your file folders, the toolkits, all that. I set that out there in that entryway for you. So feel free to stop by school and pick that up. And then I have a link to a Khan Academy support thing video there in case my videos don't do it for you. You've got that there. Then I go back into the next section, 914 video, another video here, and so on. And before you know it, you've done what we would have done together. You've done everything right there. Then come back up here, do that homework assignment. And when you've done that homework assignment, take a picture of it and email it to me. We can't have students dropping off anymore in the front office. It's closed for the foreseeable future. That's unfortunate, but it's just what it is. But yeah, if you just take a good pic of it, put these problem numbers at the top with your name, and then I'll try to reply as fast as possible when I get it so that you know that I got it. And then go on to the next day. This next one is really short. I just recorded this just yesterday. And then do the homework problems and so on. Getting back to my videos, I would write down the work that I'm doing at the board as I'm doing it if I were you. And if I'm jumping ahead or if something doesn't seem clear, you can always rewind and go back. And that's the upside to the videos. And then what would be tomorrow, you were supposed to have a test. What I will do soon, I'm not sure how soon, it's going to be probably by midday tomorrow. I will have a link here that'll take you to that test. It's going to look a lot like one of our normal tests, and it's going to be linked up there, and you can do it at your leisure. You can work with a friend if you want to FaceTime while you're doing it. Of course, you can use your toolkit pages and all of that. You can use your notes because I can't stop you from doing it. I can't stop you from FaceTiming with a friend. So, go ahead and do it. And I just put, as you just saw, the due date is Monday the 30th because I need to finalize that test, put the link for it here. And if you can't print, that's okay. Just do it on your own paper. So when you get all of this done, and you've uploaded the homework and you've uploaded the test, you can go ahead and take a spring break, or you might be like me where it's like, well, I got nowhere to go. I might as well keep going forward. I've gone ahead and made a class for the rest of the topics we would have covered in geometry. So we're working through Khan Academy after we get done with this book stuff. So what you'll see under here eventually is a pacing guide to just give you a sense of what you should get done each day or every other day so that you know you're on track. But I'll just tell you this. If you want, Khan Academy will just keep feeding you videos and activities and quizzes and tests. Just keep going. You can definitely work ahead if you want. All this other stuff is not going to be required. You do not have to do the book stuff after you get this book stuff done. Everything from this point forward, fourth quarter, will be Khan Academy. But it will cover all the same stuff. It'll cover stuff about circles and two-way tables and permutations, and it'll cover more three-dimensional figure stuff. It'll cover all this, no problem. So you just do Khan Academy from that point forward once you get your test done. And when you get that done, you're done with geometry. What I will do is I will go into Khan Academy and I will look at, see how many activities you have done. I'll look at how you did on quizzes and assessments and stuff like that. This is brand new for me, Khan Academy stuff. So creating a class and making assignments and all of that. So like if you get done with a quiz or a test and you're like, oh, Aiken, I don't like my score, reach out to me and hopefully by the time you get there, I'll have an answer to this. Like, can I create a retake? If you ask me, I would say yes, but I don't know how to do that yet. So on that, please have patience with me. I'm trying to figure this out as I go and, keep up to date on your emails and stuff like that. But and that by the way, before I forget, all your teachers are there. We're all like, okay, I got to do what now? How do I do this? How do I, screencastify? How do I record videos? How do I upload? Are my pants on? I don't know what's going on anymore, right? So we're all trying to figure it out. It's a good thing you didn't see. We had a staff meeting with about 8 of us, and we all had bags under our eyes, and we were sipping coffee, and our hair's all messed up, and well, not my hair, but everybody else's hair. And I just want to let you know that your teachers are working hard to make sure you have what you need. And that's why we're losing sleep. We're concerned about you, and we're concerned that we're serving you in a way that would have been just as good as if we were there together. So please have patience with us, but also don't be afraid to ask for help, to ask for something. And I think the last thing I want to do before I open up for questions is say, I'll continue to hold these virtual office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I want to try to take next week off, but just understand I'm not going anywhere. I can't, just like you. There's like really nowhere I can go. So if you reach out to me, I'll try to reply as fast as possible. If you want to do a Google Hangout, I'll invite everybody, unless you're like, you know what, I'd rather just talk to you individually. That's fine. We'll do a Google Hangout. But just know I'm still available to you. I'll have a sort of kind of spring break. Next week I might be a little slower in replying to email, but if you want help, please reach out to me. And then when we get back on the following week, I'll have my standard office hours, and we'll march forward together. And in fact, if you're in Khan Academy next week and you're like, dude, this is weird, it's not working, whatever, please let me know what you're seeing. Reach out, and then we'll talk. Now that's a big dump from me. I'm going to come back to us. If you have a question, turn your mic back on and ask, and I'd be happy to answer for you.
Okay, so I'm in Khan Academy right now, and so I have you as a teacher right now, but it's not coming up with any courses. Do you?
Okay.
So like I'm going to edit courses, and it's giving me like a bunch of different choices, like 8th grade pre-algebra, arithmetic, algebra 1, basic geometry, high school geometry. Do you just want us to do like basic geometry and high school geometry, or is there like a certain course that you're planning for us?
Let's see here. I had a course planned for you. Let's see here. I've just updated it, so it may give you the assignments now. But I have like, let's see if it comes up here. I have some solid geometry that's like volumes and all that stuff. Let's see here. Circles. Well, I'm not seeing what the deal is. I've made an assignment. I don't know why it's not showing. I have no active assignments. Okay. Well, I thought I made assignments. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and pick those things that I want you to do. Oh, I know what it did. It wouldn't let me assign because there weren't any students. That's what the deal was. So I'm going to go back in and see if I can turn those assignments on. Now, Owen, are you done with everything that I've already done in class?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, good. Then I don't need to freak out. But I will get that straightened out. It wouldn't let me assign anything because no students were enrolled, but I'm glad you enrolled. So now I should be able to assign something, and you'll see that up pretty soon. I'm glad you asked about that. Again, any other questions, turn your mic on and ask. Feel free to ask.
So, how exactly is grading supposed to work?
Good question. So I'm going to grade the homework as best I can, and I'll continue to add that to my spreadsheet where your homework averages are figured out with the NGSC. But what I will do in Khan Academy is I'll look at the assignments that they give you, and I'll figure out what standards apply to each question. and see which ones you're getting done. Same with quizzes, same with the assessments. So like if assessment, end of unit assessment has, say, I'm just making this up, problem number 5, it hits N, G, and S. And if you get it right, then I will count that towards you. But if you get it wrong, then all of those take a hit. And that's where you'll see, like, you might want to look back at that and retake or something like that. So if you have questions as you're leading up to the assessment, make sure you reach out and ask those questions. But I think they have some nice sort of redo or try again kind of problems that come up if you're having a hard time.
Okay.
So that by the time you get to the assessment, you should be like a rock star. And that's what I would do, by the way. I'm glad you asked that. I would go ahead and do all the activities and videos and quizzes and whatnot in a unit and just bang that out while it's all fresh in your head. Take the assessment. Now that might take more time, and I understand if you want to break that up, you're pacing this for yourself. But I would recommend you kind of handle it that way. But yeah, I'll have to look at the questions they give you and what standards the questions hit, and then give you credit according to the standards that you did well in. I got to figure it out as you are.
Okay, so then I have another
Any
question
other
then.
questions?
When do you want our homework in
Yeah.
by? So when we send it to you, like what time do you want it in by your inbox?
Oh, hey, as you're getting your homework done, just take a pic and email it right away. I would rather you don't send like a monster email with a bunch of pics of your homework. So, like, getting back to this document, whenever you get this homework done right here on your own paper, just take a pic, put your name on it, and then I'll reply to you, yep, I got it, and then
Okay.
go to the next one.
So then, is there like any
the
date
same
that you
thing.
want it in by, like the day that it's due, or like just paste it?
Yeah, just, you know what, if you got all this done today, send it today.
Okay.
Don't wait till the 30th. I would rather mark it off that you're done, and I'd rather you know that you have it done, that you've uploaded it. And by the way, so I've got 2 sons in high school, right? And their teachers are basically doing the same thing. And they're saying, you want to work ahead. And I said to my sons, I think you're going to feel a lot better knowing that you're ahead of the game and that I got your homework than if you wait until the day it's due and something goes weird, like there's a glitch or your phone isn't working or whatever. You might want to get on the front end of all your homework, not just my class, to make sure your teachers are getting what it is they want you to do. Any other questions? Okay, well, let me just say this. First of all, spread the word to your classmates that weren't in on this call. Text them, tell them to check out their email. I'm sending all this stuff out through there. This video has been recorded. At least I hope it worked. And I'm going to include that in on the Google Doc as well so that people have a sense of like how to attack all of this. But if you were to reach out to your classmates, the ones you know that you normally hang with or FaceTime or whatever, and just say, hey, get on it. We got, geometries all set up. Just let them know. I think that would make it easier on everybody. And what I'm hearing from Mr. Leach, because remember, he also leads WVL. So he's a pro at this. He knows how this can go. What I'm hearing from him is that he wants us to reach out to those students and their families if they are not up to date. So, tell your friends, hey, out of fear, just stay on top of this. You don't want your parents finding out that you're not doing what you're supposed to. And it just makes work easier for your teachers. So also take care of each other. Please reach out if you have questions. And in case you're wondering, yeah, I miss you. I miss all you guys. This sucks. This is hard. And I know it's not easy for you either, but I'm glad you're reaching out with this office hour. And I'm proud of you. You're going to be fine. Okay? Take care. I'll see you later, all right?